sent the invitation?
Chairman, I wasn't at the meeting. So what happened was we had in 2016, General Mokateri from the DPCI in Gauteng, together with a prosecutor by the name of Jabulani Malochwa, and they told my legal representative that they've got all these charges against me and I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison.
Okay, so
let me
in
please,
no, the question
I
was
can't
who
answer.
initiated it. I
So
think
I'm
you have
trying to-
answered.
I'm trying to answer.
No, you have answered.
Okay.
I'm satisfied. Now, did they say that they are representing Mr. Jacob Zuma in their representation,
Pardon
in
me?
their letter?
I didn't catch
In
that.
their invitation, did they say they are representing Mr. Jacob Zuma?
They say he was present. He wasn't present.
I beg your pardon?
Ex-President Jacob Zuma wasn't present at the meeting
Why are you saying they were representing him?
because one of the persons at the meeting was from the National Intelligence Agency, very high up in the National Intelligence Agency, and he said at that meeting he'd met with Jacob Zuma and he had authorized this process to go forward.
Okay. You have repeatedly said that you have repeatedly characterized the MK party as a party of criminals. Who is a criminal in the MK party?
I have not said the MK party is a party of criminals.
What did you say?
I've said the MK party was formed and came into being through a criminal.
Through criminals. What do you mean by that?
Pardon?
What do you mean by that?
By what?
By what you are saying?
A person who's a criminal.
Who?
Jacob Zuma.
He's a criminal.
He was convicted
When? Where?
by the Constitutional Court and he had to go and serve time in prison.
So he's a criminal.
For what
I'm
crime?
not the criminal.
So he's a criminal.
So, Chairman, if this is going to become a political discussion, it's not something I want to engage in.
Okay.
I'm
No,
not,
let's move
I'm
to.
not a member
Let's
of
move to
that
another
party or
question.
this party.
You are saying
I thought we were going to have this.
you are saying your relationship with General Spear is professional, and you have held all your meetings with him in your offices.
No. I said most of the meetings took place in his offices, and occasionally we had meetings in my office, but most of the meetings took place.
Who was organizing those meetings?
Whichever of my staff were dealing with the projects that we were dealing with.
No, I'm saying the first meeting that you held with him, who organized it and how?
I don't even remember when that first meeting was, but it was after he was brought back into the police service. He had previously been head of DPCI in Gauteng, and he was unlawfully dismissed. The Constitutional Court found, or the Labour Court found, that he was unlawfully dismissed. And
when you have
subsequently,
meetings with General Spear in your office, what were those meetings about in your office with General Spear?
They were about corrupt police officials and prosecutors.
So he came to your office to report other police officers?
No, Chairman, he didn't come to my office. You're trying to put words into my mouth. He didn't come to my office.
No, I'm asking. I'm not putting words.
No,
it's a question.
No, it wasn't a question. You said, so he came to your office.
And then I expect your response.
So the reality was, we had a meeting because of whatever the project was, and he happened to, and I said, we'll come to you, or he was going into Johannesburg, and he said, no, I'm coming that way, I'll meet at your office. And it wasn't General Sabir on his own. There would have been other, like, I can't remember their names now, but there would have been other brigadiers or generals.
So those projects that you were discussing about, what were they related to?
Corrupt police officials and prosecutors.
So that's why I'm saying he came to your office to report other police officers.
No, you see, Chairman, when you open a docket and it doesn't just finish there. There are aspects of the docket which come up. So I said we needed an urgent meeting because one of the accused in the matter were doing unlawful things and I needed to bring it to his attention. And it wasn't something I wanted to do over the phone. And I said, we can have a meeting or we can come to you. He said, actually, tomorrow I'm going to Johannesburg. I'll come there with the investigating officer. I can tell you, I think his name was Klopper, Captain Klopper.
Yeah, you are saying even after you left AXA, you continued to have a relationship with good police officers. Who are those police officers that you continued to have? Just name a few that you can remember.
That we have good relationships with.
Who are those police officers?
Lots of them. Lots of them.
So what made you to keep a relationship with them, even when you were outside the institution?
Outside what institution?
You are saying after you left AXA, you continued to have a good relationship with good police officers.
Because after I left AXA, Chairman, I opened criminal dockets against Jackie Celebi and others within the police. And actually at that stage, my relationship was not with police officials, it was with members of the DSO, which is the Scorpions. So my relationship wasn't with police, it was, and then what happened in 2010?
Thank you so much, Honorable Malema.
Thanks, Chairperson. I finished what time?
I didn't hear.
Okay.
12:18.
12?
18.
1-8.
Yeah,
Okay,
10 minutes.
thanks. Mr. O'Sullivan, I asked you about your qualifications and you said you're not prepared to discuss them, and I told you that you had already told us that you were electronic engineer. Me and you had a bit of a difference, and the chair came in to remind you that you said you've got an electronic engineer from some institution in the UK. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You don't have electronic engineering. You're not an engineer.
Chairman, that's not the case. I was registered as an engineer, and if you even go to, you're obviously referring to the what do you call it? This 90 whatever page document that AXA supplied.
No, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to our discussion, me and you. You confirmed that you're an electronic engineer. I'm saying you are not.
I am, yeah. I'm not now. I ceased practicing.
No.
many
Qualification
years ago.
doesn't matter now or in the 50s. Or if you are a teacher, you're a teacher until death.
Not necessarily.
You are qualified.
No,
You might not be teaching, but your qualification is teaching. Is a teacher.
Yeah, so in engineering, Chairman, you have to do what they call CPE, which is continual professional, or CPD, continual professional development. And
No.
you have to register so many hours each year the way you've continued with your professional development as an engineer. The same applies to lawyers, it applies to accountants, applies to that.
That's a professional engineer. You don't have a qualification in electronic engineering that makes you an engineer.
Yeah.
Whether you're still practicing or not, that is material, because that thing you are referring to, it's required when you are continuing to practice so that you can be regarded as professional engineer. You are not, you do not have a qualification in electronic engineering.
No, it's not true, Chairman. Unfortunately, the member is wrong. And if you look at page 34 of the documents which AXA submitted, it's there very clear, and this is not me that submitted this document. The Association of Supervisory and Executive Engineers, I was a member from the first day of March 1979. It's on page 34. There's another one. If I can find the page quickly, I saw it there somewhere. But I was registered with 2 institutions in the UK. I was registered with that, and that registration fell away in the 90s because I no longer practice engineering.
My guy, I'm saying, Mr. O'Sullivan, I'm saying there is a difference between having a qualification on electronics,
Yeah.
which makes you a technician, and a qualification in electronic engineering. There's a huge difference. So, if anything, if we're to go by anything that you said and accept it, you have a qualification in electronics, not in electronic engineering,
It's
and
wrong.
you are a technician.
Wrong, Chairman. I was registered with the Institute of Engineers. With this and other qualifications, I was registered. So if we're going to sit here and pick through the bones of something 50 years ago or 40 years ago, I'm just not sure where this actually goes, other than a further attempt to discredit me as a witness.
No, Mr. O'Sullivan, we are sitting here to investigate interference, and there are allegations that you have infiltrated us, and therefore your character is very important. You are not going to try to destabilize us here by saying, if we're sitting here for 50 years ago, you came here so many years ago, we are trying to find out how did you enter here. And to enter here, you would have made certain declarations, and we're trying to probe you on those declarations. There's nothing that has expired here. It's extremely relevant to the question of you being an infiltrator in this country. And an infiltrator will misrepresent the credentials. And this is relevant in that context. So, when you applied for your citizenship, you declared your highest qualification, which we now understand that actually that qualification, you completed it within a year. You become an engineer through a qualification that is done within a year.
Chairman, when I became a citizen in this country, it wasn't based on any qualifications. I was accepted as a permanent resident in 1989 based on being a person of independent means. I didn't come here to work as this or work as that. I came here as an investor. And in 1995, when I became a citizen, I didn't make any declaration about what I was or who I was. My only declaration was that I'd lived continuously in the country for more than 5 years, and I took the oath of allegiance to South Africa based on the interim constitution, which was that I would faithfully serve the country and respect the country and not assist any foreign entity to do anything unlawful.
No, but I'm saying you cannot just walk in without filling in a form. You tell them who you are and where you went to school and all of that. But the reality is that, in fact, you were employed by Chubb Security as sales engineer when you came into the country.
No, that's not correct, Chairman. I later contracted with Chubb Security whilst I was still involved in my property developments. And by the way, Chairman, if you look at page 20 of the submission of AXA, because it's clear we're going into these documents that the member is talking to. Page 20 says, I'll read it to you, it's a letter dated 29th of October 1982. This is to certify that Mr. Paul O'Sullivan worked for our company during the period 6th of July 1981 to 29th of October 1982. This is from a firm called Wilkinson & Wilkinson Building Services Consulting Engineers. During this period, he has proved to be an excellent engineer and a very responsible person who gave 100% at all times. From an electrical point of view, he is easily capable of dealing with any aspect of design and installation in all types of commercial buildings, and is particularly meticulous with the administration part of his work. So It's not true, Chairman, to say that I wasn't. I'm not now an engineer because I don't. I ceased to practice as an engineer, but I was an engineer, and these.
But when you were in the UK, you were not a property investor.
I was doing property investment.
No, you sold one house before you came to South Africa. How is that a property investment?
It's not true, Chairman. I did a lot of development in the UK, so
But that's what you made. That's a declaration you made in Home Affairs.
no, it's not true.
You sold your house to come to South Africa. There was no any property investment that, you
that-
declared.
The selling of my house that was my private property.
Yes, it's
That
not
was
investment.
the house I was living in. That was after I came to South Africa. So
You were fired at AXA for not having a collegiality with your colleagues and your supervisors.
is that a question?
Yeah, I'm putting it to
Okay,
you.
well, the answer is quite simple. I had highlighted that the CEO, the new CEO of AXA, had conspired with Kusalani Security and Jackie Salebi to overturn the cancellation of the contract. And in 2022, I discovered that she had taken a gift from a company called
No, don't.
Chairman,
You
I'm
can't make
not-
such
I
allegations
have to-
against.
it's-
I'm asking
It's
you.
not an allegation I'm
It's
making.
in the
It can
letter.
be proven.
You are terminated because you don't have
Chairman,
a good relationship
this
with
is-
colleagues,
No,
and
this
you
is-
don't take instructions
no.
from your supervisor.
No, Chairman.
All because all
This
of
is
them were
abs-
black, and you wanted to report to a white supervisor.
This is absolute
Okay,
rubbish.
the time has expired. Can we take Bangazita?
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Good day, Mr. O'Sullivan.